race traditionally changes in the last 10 laps. We're approaching that area now. The green flag is back out, and Rick Mears comes around John Andretti. He's no factor whatsoever, but Michael is right there with him. Michael moving to the outside. Can he keep in the high groove? He did it in Phoenix. Can he do it here? Michael Andretti takes the lead away from Rick Mears. Wow!
That's one of the toughest passes I've ever seen. A short shoot pass with two cars running nearly the same speed. I'll just bet you that Rick Mears thought that would have been impossible, and I just can tell you, he never, ever looked for Michael to go that way.
That is sheer virtuosity by Michael Andretti, Bobby. Don't you agree? That was an incredible
That was one of the finest pieces of driving, one of the hardest pieces of driving I've seen. And Sam, it's very difficult to pass somebody on the outside like that, and especially a car that's just as fast.
And from Bobby Unger's point of view, a position on the track that he was not expected. But here is Rick Mears now in the same position as Mears, who has been driving a very clear line this way. Takes Michael Andretti. 187 laps into the record book. The fight is at the front.
Our hats off to him now. If you ever see racing better than that, I'd certainly like to know where it's going to be.
That's Rick's wife, Chris Mears, as Rick is back out in front. What I was going to remind you of, in the last 10 laps, the lead tends to change here. In 89, Fittipaldi taking the race away from Al Unser. In 86, Bobby Rahal taking it away from Kevin Kogan. The two wives pray their husbands around. In 83, Tom Sneva took the race away from Al Unser. Bobby Unser won here in 1975, taking the race away in the last 10 laps because of rain from Johnny Rutherford.
Rick Mears has driven for Roger Penske at the Speedway for 13 years, winning 3 of those races, an incredible record.
193 laps complete. Let's go back and take a look. This was the last restart at 185 laps into the race. And look at how the two of them battled coming back into the corner, and Michael Andretti went around on the outside. But seeing it could be done just a lap later, Rick Mears did exactly the same thing. And as a result of that, well, here we get a look at that once again. Spectacular little piece of driving as John Andretti wisely got out of the way, and Michael just swept by to the outside. We should be going back to green. Lights are out on the pace car indicating we should come back to green flag. Rick Mears has won 3 Indy 500s, but he's lost 2 of the closest in history to John Cock by 16/100ths of a second in 82, and by 2 seconds to Rahal in 86.
The point is, he is no stranger to close finishes. Michael Andretti has never been involved with a battle for the lead in the Indy 500 when it counted. It counts now.
6 laps to go.
Rick really got a run at it that time at the restart, Paul. He wasn't going to let Michael sneak up on him. He didn't have any traffic to worry about, nor did Michael.
Rick Mears right now is doing what he does best.
But Rick Mears once told me that in 1982 he made a mistake in the last corner of the last lap that gave the race to Gordon Johncock. Were it not for that split second, then Rick Mears might be driving for his 5th Indianapolis victory. Let's get an update report on Michael Andretti.
As the laps run out for Michael, Paul, he reports on the radio understeer condition. That means push. That means you've got to bully that race car through the corner. That may cost him the opportunity to challenge Mears, because Mears, as he flies by us toward turn 1, looks like he's got a great balance set up.
And a grim look, you saw it from Sandy Andretti. She watched Michael come by and is privy to the conversations that go on between the driver and his crew. Rick Mears, 196 laps complete.
Now pushing Michael's car is just going to kill his speed. It bogs him down the corners, absorbs up horsepower, kills the straightaway speed, hurts him all the way around.
On a day that sees what may be the retirement from competition by the great 4-time winner, A.J. Foyt, we may see another 4-time winner crowned in Rick Mears.
And the white flag has been thrown to Rick Mears, indicating 1 lap to go. Now less than 2 miles for Rick Mears. If he holds on, he will become the 3rd 4-time winner of the Indianapolis 500 here on the 75th running of the great race. Chris Mears as Rick runs the straightaway. One corner left to go. 1 corner left to run. You can see the checkered flag just ahead of him now. has accomplished what only two men have before. He is now a four-time winner of the 500 as he waves to Michael Andretti, who's alongside in the crowd. The race has been run for the 75th time, and Rick Mears picks it up. Third place is this car, Arie Luyendyk.
And Rick Mears has come into victory lane. He's being hoisted on the Indianapolis Motor Speedway podium, getting the congratulations first of his wife, Chris, then of his crew chief, Richard Buck, Jerry Brian. Now Roger Penske has moved in to congratulate this man who now has 4 likenesses on the Borg Warner Trophy. Rick Mears follows in the footsteps first of the legendary A.J. Foyt, and then Al Unser Sr. Rick, congratulations. Being offered again by Chris. It is absolutely crazy up here today. Rick, congratulations on that restart. Not the last one, but the one before. Michael Andretti blew by you. And then it was like just another lap, and you said nothing doing. What was going through your mind?
Well, that was that last lap I usually talk about, or last end of the race. That's when you do it when it's necessary. And we got down there, and we had a run at him from a little toe on the straightaway. And I said, there's nothing to lose now. We got to go or not. And so I just went ahead and ran it up on top and went around the outside. And we were thankful the car was working just absolutely great. And it just, everything went our way. When it's your day, it's your day. What can I say?
You have been so close in several of your victories that you were denied. The Gordon Johncock one comes to mind. You have said before that if you hadn't maybe made a mistake there, this could have been your 5th Indianapolis 500.
Well, that's, we found out we went one lap too early on that race, and it caught us out short. We should have had it, but it wasn't our turn. So, I tell you, I'm tickled to death. I never dreamed of getting 1 here, let alone 3, let alone 4. So, I'm just tickled to death. Tell you, the Marlboro guys, the team did a tremendous job. This is our backup car. Shows you how good our backup car is, and they just did a hell of a job. The Goodyear tires worked great along, and obviously the Chevy was strong when we got to run at Michael. So, we're just excited. I don't know what to say.